Alright, so what's good, y'all? It's 5 here on the Loophole channel, bringing you a quick breakdown of a sample I worked on using mostly my new Analog Lab 5 bank Providence, available on the Loophole site right now. So it contains 80 presets, including keys, arps, leads, basses, pads, effects, woodwinds, vocoders, you name it, it's in there. And it also includes 10 bonus textures and 15 bonus compositions made by me and some collaborators. So I'll play those really quick for you. So all in all, I'd say it's a fire deal right now, and shout out to Louis, Eli, and Nahum for making this happen and helping me on my sound design journey, so link in description. And with all that out of the way, now I can break down the sample really quick that I made using the bank, plus some other perk loops and textures. So here's the final product. Alright, so the first sound I picked for the sample would be the Adam and Eve Plucked Keys preset. So this is what it sounds like on its own. So I had my friend Key Carson send me some chords to work on, just to build around, and this is what the chords on that preset sound like with no effects. So that's a good summer vibe. So now I'm gonna break down the effects that I put on. So first I put on an EQ just to take out some of the lows and some of the highs. And then I added cassette, that's what that looks like on the micro preset. Also an LFO tool just to kind of make it sidechain a little bit. Some more EQ and reverb. And Portal, I think this is from Steven and Pilgrim's Bank, and another vocal compressor. So that's what that sounds like, or this is what that sounds like with the effects. So now I have this chosen triangle preset, so this is what this sounds like. For this preset and for this pattern, I just kind of played the chords and then chopped them up and reversed them. So this is what it sounds like with no effects. So it sounds really dry and really choppy, but with effects on, for example, Good Hertz, Lossy, and RC20 Retro Color, along with Pancake to make it pan, and LFO tool again to give it that sidechain effect. So that's what, or this is what this sounds like now. So now we're really getting to that sample vibe. So the next preset for my bank that I used was Fantastic Cranberry. I think this is a electric piano preset. So this is what it sounds like. Just a really smooth electric piano that I added some effects to within Analog Lab. So these are what the chords sound like with no effects. so I thought they were still kind of dry. So I believe I took a preset from Loophole Deluxe, which would be the LHD Sonder Vibe preset. I just have it saved here. So this includes just a patcher of reverb, guitar rig, RC20, and EQ, and then I also added Portal on top of that. So this is what this sounds like. So next I added the bass, and the bass is also from my bank. It's called the Jackson 5 preset, if I can find it. This is what it sounds like. So I just kind of followed the bass notes. This is what this sounds like with no effects. I did add some thermal on top of this. I just used my regular like 808 preset. That's what that looks like, round and fuzzy. Just edited that knob. And this is what it sounds like now. Now for basses, I highly recommend using this plugin. Thermal is crazy for distortion, and it just makes your basses and other sounds just sound a lot fuller. So this next preset I used would be FM to the AM. I think this is just an example of a way you could use effects from this bank. Oh, it's actually vocoder, but this is what it sounds like. So I actually added a lot of effects to this, but I flipped it first and I added this effect chain from Effect Rack and also the Smooth Square Tremolo preset just to give it like a bounce kind of, and then plus RC20 and just an EQ and delay. So I had that play through and I bounced it out to this, and then I also reversed it, and then this is what I added on top of it. I just added a spring reverb, an Echo Boy, and some EQs to take out some harsh frequencies. So after all of that, this is what it sounds like. One thing I'll stress a lot is textures are really important in your samples. If you're a beginner sample maker, please just do some practice, do some experimenting with textures and see what they'll get you, or where they're going to get you. So next is this lead preset. It's called Fish Sticks in my bank. I'll pull it up. This is what it sounds like. So I played out this lead pattern and I'll show it to you with no effects right now. So that's what that sounds like. Okay, so for the effects on this lead, I just added some EQ, some reverb, obviously J37, stereo enhancer, and some pancake, just to keep it from moving side to side, and also a flanger, just on this preset Pensado Flange Voc 1. So now that's what that sounds like. It just gives the lead a more airy feel, kind of to match these vibey chords. So right now I'm going to play all of these sounds that we just went over, just to have a recap of what it sounds like so far. So next up is this preset called Favorite Plug from my bank. So I'll pull it up. So that's what the plug sounds like, and I just copied the chords and played them, and this is what this sounds like with no effects. So I just added that plug to complement the longer, wow, okay, bruh. So I added this plug just to complement the sounds with the longer release, just in like a B section here, so it would just be a shorter. And this is the effects that I put on it. So I put cassette, S1 imager, and also some EQ. The cassette kind of just gave it a more retro vibe and cut out some other frequencies that I didn't like. So here it is with all the effects. So for this sound, I just took this fish sticks pattern, I reversed it and pitched it down an octave, and I put a gross beat gate on it. I still have the effect here. So I put a gross beat gate on it, some delay, some pancake, and let's see what that sounds like now. So I added that just to give some lower frequency contrast to the other sounds. And then finally, here are some textures that I added. So first off, I use this perk loop from xynothing's one-shot kit that's about to drop, so be on the lookout for that. But this is what it sounds like. Just to give it like that dancehall feel. And on top of that, I also added a vocal loop from XY from his other one-shot kit. And then just some more percussive elements, as well as other textures. I also added like this school background noise that he included. So with all that being said, this is the final sample. I mean, I'll play it again. So this tutorial was mainly to display how these sounds are ready to be used in any composition, and just my thoughts on how I would use some of my favorite sounds in this kit. So a lot of samples come down to sound selection first, so it's imperative that you choose the right sounds in the right places. Sound selection in combination with processing, textures, and any type of feeling you put into your composition are all huge factors on making it sound sonically pleasing. And Providence can be one further step towards you achieving your musical goal. So I appreciate you taking your time to watch me break down the sample really quick, and go cop Providence out now on the Loophole. Thank you.